Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Bob Myers sheds light on leaving Warriors. The Golden State Warriors have captured 4 NBA championships during their current Steve Kerr and Stephen Curry-driven era, which has also included big names like Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, the latter of which formed a duo the likes of which has never been seen with Curry. Ex-Warrior GM Bob Myers now works as an analyst on NBA broadcasts. His hoops acumen was instrumental in the Warriors' recent successes, but he stepped away from the team in May 2023 to focus on other opportunities. On Tuesday, Myers shared his latest thoughts on why he decided to leave the exciting Dubs franchise for different pastures. "I was done, I just couldn't do it. I care too much to not give my best," Myers said. According to reporter Lamari of The Athletic, Myers has since found himself locking wits with Stephen A. Smith and other big-name NBA dignitaries on broadcasts, bringing his hoops knowledge to a wider audience. The Myers news came amid a Stephen Curry update regarding the family business and his children's involvement with recent projects. Meanwhile, ex-Warrior fan favorite Jordan P. posted classic photos of his time with the Dubs, sparking fan reactions. The Dubs are set to open the 2024 NBA preseason on October 9 on the road against the Sacramento Kings. 2 days before the Kings return the favor with a visit to the Bay Area to take on the Warriors on the road. The exhibition game will give the new-look Warriors a chance to get their feet wet against Coach Mike Brown's Kings. Now that Klay Thompson is in Dallas with Luka Don and the Mavericks, the Warriors have plenty of players who are chomping at the bit to prove they belong at the highest level of basketball. Andrew Wiggins and Brandon Podmski are among the holdovers who will be tasked with making up the missing scoring lost by Thompson's addition to the Mavs. If Andrew Wiggins and the potential future All-Star Podmski can ratchet their games up or no tch2, they have the talent to send Curry off into the sunset on a winning note. If not, the Warriors could find themselves in full-on rebuilding mode by the time next season rolls around. Bob Myers left the Warriors with far from an empty cupboard when he left last spring, but there is still much work to be done to transform this roster into a playoff contender. Stephen Curry can't do it all. Now it's time for the Warriors' other pieces to step up and show what they can do on the NBA's biggest stage. Buddy Hield to shoot Warriors into playoffs after missing the playoffs for the third time since 2020. The Golden State Warriors took a hit to the roster, letting Klay Thompson go to the Dallas Mavericks. Started a roster regroup for Mike Dunleavy Jr. Buddy Hield stands as one of the few role players additions via free agency. Will Hield finally make an imprint on a playoff team, or is he merely a regular season darling? Hield turns 32 on December 17. While younger than Thompson, he's not precise the poster boy for youth, however. As an elite three-point shooter, such an age doesn't hinder his game. Last season Hield averaged 12.1 points playing for the Indiana Pacers and the Philadelphia 76ers. Hield converted 38% of his shots from deep on 6.8 attempts per game. Golden State acquired Hield via a sign and trade and did so at great value. Over 4 years Hield will earn $37.7 million if he exercises his player option in the 4th year. The Warriors now have the 2 best volume shooters in the NBA, as Hield recorded more three-point shots than Curry since 2020. Although losing Thompson will take time to mend with the fan base and the locker room, Hield's exciting three-point shooting offers a nice consolation prize. Considering the price point of Hield's contract, the Warriors are in a win-win situation. However, as much as the regular season matters for the Warriors, can Hield finally break through when it matters most once they make the playoffs? Hield played 4 playoff games in his career, all with the 76ers last spring. For those 4 games Hield averaged 5 points. For the Hield addition to work in Golden State, he can't fall to another dimension when trying to maintain the championship hunger. Warriors changed camp and signed Malcolm Bren and a hard-hitting center. The Warriors vice president of basketball operations said during the press conference that they will always be aggressive in trying to make roster upgrades one of their possible trade options. According to Bleacher Report, salary cap expert Eric Pincus could be Washington Wizards veteran duo Malcolm Brogdon and Jonas Valanciunas both fill positions of need for the Warriors at center and point guard. Valanciunas have a viable contract for Warriors that he earns almost as much in his next deal. Pincus wrote on September 10. Pincus suggested a trade structure for the Warriors that could entice the Wizards to redirect the veteran duo to the Warriors. The Warriors duo may need to add a backup point guard with ball handling skills, but it is a debatable path forward. Pincus wrote as Brogdon and Valanciunas cannot be traded before December 15. Trading for Brogdon and Valanciunas, who are already in their third 30s, is a risky proposition for the Warriors, especially if they have to give up one of their two available future first-round picks, which will prevent them from at least getting in the conversation for a star swap in the future. This better leads to a significant result in the playoffs, wrote Pincus, if the Warriors take the initiative in this trade for two veteran players in their 30s. But even if their Warriors maintain their draft capital, two first-round picks aren't enough to land a star. Based on the recent price of these blockbuster trades, Brogdon has never played more than 60 games since the 2018-19 season, but when healthy he is one of the toughest point guards defensively and can knock down three-point shots at a high clip. He has shot above 41% the past two seasons on nearly 5 attempts per game. On the other hand, Valanciunas fits the mold of the hard-hitting rookie center their Warriors head coach is looking to develop. You certain? Why have to look at what I think is a really good cast, a very balanced cast. We would love to retry, but we would love at some point to have another 5-man, a big hard-hitting 5-man. You look at the Western Conference right now, whether it's Denver, Minnesota, OKC, with what they added, certainly Memphis, they'll be back in contention. They added Zach Edey. Certain matchups in the playoffs you're going to need a lot of size. Valen is 7'1", 250 pounds, averaged 12.2 points, 8.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists and shot 55.9% overall and 30.8% on three-pointers for the New Orleans Pelicans last season. Before that he had 5 straight seasons averaging double-digit rebounds. Both veterans fit into the Warriors schedule to maximize the remaining championship window. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Malcolm Brogdon? Leave your opinion in the comments.